It's a Renogy DC to DC charge controller, the 40 amp one. All right. Oh, look at that, baby. So inside of here, Jeffy got himself a diesel heater from a different company, General Components. So I had a subscriber of mine, oh, by the way, that's Jeffy Bear, if you don't know. I had a subscriber of mine send me a message saying, hey, I heard Jeffy was looking for a heater for his vehicle. And I've never heard of General Components before, but I guess they are pretty big on doing stuff in semi-trucks and industrial vehicles like mining trucks and stuff. So my subscriber highly recommended them. So Jeffy Bear went over there, contacted them, and yeah, picked himself up one. So it's full of parts and parts and parts and parts. Yeah, the size of that thing. It's nice and small, man.
That's small. 2.2. 2.2.
Yep. That's pretty small, man.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how that compares to mine. I'm gonna check. About a foot. So my heater, I have access to it underneath here. Look at the dust in there. It's about the same size as mine. Yeah, it's pretty dusty. Look at the dirt in here from the backcountry. So his is 12 inches. And mine's 12 inches.
Who's that, buddy? How you doing, big guy? Yeah. How are you? Yeah. I'm excited to see you too. I got $250.
There you go. Yum, yum. Are you hogging all the wet wipes? Bro? Are you hogging all the wet wipes? Are these yours? CRUZ didn't want to be hanging out with us. He'd rather be in the van with the heater on. Hey? That's my boy. Van's outside with the heater running. Got the diesel heater bumping over here in the corner of the shop. So Jeffy just ran out to see if he can pick up some power cables because I don't have any electrical stuff in my shop. And that is one thing I've had on my list for a while, but I didn't really want to bite the bullet on buying like wiring stock for the shop. So I went online and I found this company that supplies like car audio dealerships that do installs. And I found like 100-foot rolls of 4-gauge, 100-foot rolls of all the different gauges of wires. And I pondered on making that investment in the shop. That way I would just have like a section full of just all the wires we need, all the copper crimps or the copper lugs that we're gonna need, everything. I have a bunch of all the little tiny baby like wire connectors and things like that here, but I don't have anything for larger battery cable stuff. But yeah, it's another one of those things I've really had a picture for the shop is like a great big section here with all the wiring we're gonna need. But that's a pretty chunky investment. But today is the day that I wished I would have made the investment because then Jeffy wouldn't have had to leave. And that's the image I wanted for my shop. So when someone came here and they needed something and they needed like 20 feet of 4-gauge wire, I'll be like, don't worry, I got that over there. No big deal. Measure it all out, snip her up, and then we've got all the tools that we need to work on people's vehicles. So maybe I should go online and see how much that stuff's gonna cost me. It's a good idea, man, because it sucks because Jeff now had to leave. And I don't know where in town he's gonna find those things, so he's just out there doing some running around. Good luck out there, Jeffy. I had somebody recommend to me to use Spartan power cables for copper wire, 100% pure copper wire. 4-gauge, 100 feet, $150. See, not bad, and that would last this shop for quite a while. And instead of doing red and black, I would probably just buy 100 feet of the black because you could use black for positive wire as well. You just put a red crimp on the end of it, no big deal. So you don't need to house 100 of each. I think it's time to make this purchase. Bro, that's my foot. That's my foot. That's my foot. Arr. That's my foot. Get in there.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Susie, I don't know what the heck Susie's doing. Oh, what are you doing, Susie? Oh, lost that freaking ball. There it is. Yeah.
Uses somebody to hold the ball. That's what he's doing. He's using my foot to hold the ball so he can chew it.
There you go.
Hey, buddy. It's crazy, boy. No, today was a very unproductive day. Kind of. Okay, we'll say it was partially productive.
Stop heating, shutting down.
I ended up ordering a bunch of electrical stuff for the shop so we don't have scenarios like we did today where Jeffy bounced out of here to go find some supplies, and the supplies that he found turned out to be very, very pricey, and also he couldn't find everything that he needed. So we ended up having to go to good old Amazon and order some parts. Then I decided while we were there, we might as well just stock my shop with the electrical wires and things that we may need for small projects like this one. Thank you, Jeffy, for pushing me. You didn't really push me, but he was the one. This situation, I won't say Jeffy, this situation was the one that made me pull the trigger on making that purchase. So now after all the electricals in here, this thing's got everything. My shop literally will have everything. I have everything we need to do bodywork. On that note, Miss Emmy messaged me the other day and asked if she could come down to the shop and do some body work on her van. So last year she had some rust problems and she did a bunch of the rust repair in the backcountry on her own, and all of it's starting to flake off and stuff. So I told her she's welcome to come out here and use the space. I got lots of body shop supplies and whatever she's gonna need, and she was probably gonna bring some paints and stuff on her own, but yeah. I made sure, because body work is gonna be a big part about doing this ambulance. That's the first part of it. So I made sure that's the number one thing that I bought right away, was enough bodywork supplies that we could get this ambulance pretty much just about done on that side of things. But now that Jeffy came by with an electrical project, I wasn't quite ready and prepared for it here. But in a couple more weeks when those supplies come in, we'll be ready for that too.
That's all it's fucking
Okay. Okay, Jeffy's got a rattle underneath here, just like I used to have. No, your heat shield's good, bud. Shut it off. So yeah, I think, so your heat shield's not loose. Look how clean his transmission is. Look at this thing. Look at this tranny. Holy freaking crap, dude. It's brand new. If anybody on my YouTube channel knows, let Jeffy know in the comments. Wanna pop your hood? So Jeffy's not getting any power into his batteries at all. And he has a smart isolator, much like I have in mine. So right over there, Jeffy's got a smart isolator, and the light is on in the front. Hey Jeff, wanna shut it off? So that light will stay on there. Where's that hose in the way? So that light will stay on until his starter battery goes down to 12.8 or 12.6, whatever resting is on that one. All right, hold on, I just heard it. Hold on. So your isolator's working because it's off. So there's got to be a disruption between where the isolator is and back. 300 subscribers?
Yes.
Atta boy.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Get out of my shop. There goes the big Jeffy bear. with all the things that I purchased for this shop, trying to get this space to exactly where I wanted it. It's today in this scenario is what I didn't want to have happen. And that's be unprepared for a project. I poured enough money into this place that I thought that I'd be kind of ready. But the electrical part is a part that I wasn't ready for it. And it kind of sucked today. So me and Jeffy just kind of hang out. It was a nice little visit. We kind of hung out. Other than that, bye shop. I'll see you in a little bit. When those parts come in, Jeffy's going to come back. But as of right now, bye-bye shop. Oh, I can't see anything. That's a dumb idea.
Deal breaker, baby. When you play me for a fool. Ooh, the deal breaker, baby. When you play me for a fool. Now I'm the local anthem star.
Oh, we can get in here, baby. There was a time when this snow was like way out on the road. Oh, so I've been listening to the radio. I promised myself after January 1st that I'd stop listening to the radio, but I turned it on again today because they're announcing brand new COVID restrictions out here, and if they're going to keep the gyms closed, grab myself some poutine for dinner, or poutine, however you pronounce that. I don't even know. I'm Canadian, I should know. So if you're wondering what poutine is, it's literally French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. And what the heck do you want? He's like, my tongue's out. Just put a piece of that poutine on my tongue, Dad.
When people call fries with gravy and cheese poutine, it is super irritating. And I'm going to explain why. Because that's not what it's called.
Uh-oh.
It's called poutine. It's a
Oh,
French
snap,
word.
that's it, poutine!
Poutine was created in Montreal. There would be no way they would ever call it poutine.
You know, anytime I've ever said poutine, I always say them together because I never really knew. I'm like, yeah, so I got some poutine, or poutine, however you pronounce it. And well, while I was sitting here eating today, I decided I might as well just look on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, how do you pronounce poutine? It's poutine. So for all you that needed to know, poutine.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word, or should I say this name. This is a name, but also a word, the name of a dish. How do you say it? Poutine.
Poutine. I went to Costco today and bought another box of wet wipes. That way the van's good and stocked, because you go through a lot of these things living in a van. After all these years living in that space, I still can't get over how awesome it looks out here sometimes. Purple lights on the inside, the chrome wheel here, and how everything is set up, and our beloved disco bear. Seriously, man. Normally, if I was in an apartment, I would have moved a long time ago, no matter how epic the views are. This van stays interesting day after day. So good. Seriously weird to be stoked. I love my home. I love what I do. I just get this giddiness sometimes to think that we're sleeping right here on the side of a road again. And it's interesting. Seriously, if you guys could have been a part of my past and seen how many times I would move into a place, sign a 1-year lease, and at 8 months in, I'm already looking for another place because I just, something in my brain's like, we need more change. Over 4 years in that bad boy. And I'm still I get the giddies. I don't know how to explain these giddies. If you live in a van, tell me, do you feel these same giddies? Like, I'll be sleeping in a van somewhere on the side of the road and I'll be like, just get this little giggle like, I can't believe I am here sleeping. How does this happen? Like, I literally polished my whole van up the other day. How does this happen? I need to do something about this. It seems to be like the catch-all area. Nighty night, everybody out there. This is awesome.